Welcome to my studio. I'm Amy Wilson, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Paducah, Kentucky. This is Tuesday, July 22nd, I think, 2025. And I have invited you into my studio to explore the Sweeter With You Paper Pumpkin Kit that released July 2025. We're going to look at the contents of the kit, how I approach each kit, and then some alternative projects with the kit. And this kit is so beautiful that you may actually not even care about alternative projects. And there are so many available already online that the alternative projects that I've come up with are not strawberry themed. So join me as I transfer you to my work surface and we'll get started. Bear with me as I clip my phone into my device. And let me know if you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, if you've gotten your kit in the mail. This is what our box looks like this month, and it's called Sweeter With You. It is strawberry themed. And as always, each month we get full color instructions with our kit that shows us exactly what the finished projects look like and step-by-step instructions from the inside. I love starting with this page where I can pull out the card bases and all of the parts that go with each card base. And then after I do that, I begin stamping and I stamp each of the sentiments and then begin assembling the projects. So you have step-by-step instructions here, multiple different adhesives this month. So I'm going to show that to you. The little roll with the gray lines, that's an indicator of the tear and tape adhesive, which is a product that we sell at Stampin' Up. So that's one option. The little gray dots that are representative of the glue dots that we have. So these are glue dots that you get in each of your monthly kits when they're applicable. And then the little hexagons here that are white, they are an indicator that you're going to add dimension to the back of whatever piece that happens to be. So those are the three types of adhesive this month. And always on the back side of your instruction sheet, there's a QR code that is entitled Video Help. So you can scan that QR code with your smart device and it takes you to a professionally done video dedicated to that month's Paper Pumpkin kit. And that way you can follow along and create if you'd like, and pause the video. I do that sometimes, but it's a great reference for you. There's also a little advertisement about the dies that coordinate with the next 3 months kits, and I have those to show with you, or to show you tonight. So we're going to put this aside for now and we'll go on and get started. So this is card number 1 according to the instructions, and I love the beauty of this card. It's a double-sided pre-printed card base, so if you are so inclined, you can cut that right in half and mount it on a different color of cardstock and have 2 beautiful card fronts. But what I wanted to share with you is how I attached this strawberry vine to the vellum that's here on the card. So vellum is notorious for you being able to see your adhesive through that. So you have to be strategic in where you place your adhesive. So what I did is lined my strawberry vine die up on the vellum piece first. And then I flipped it over. No, that's not what I did. I added adhesive to that vine and attached it to the vellum. Then you can flip that over and you can see where you can put your vellum and it won't be showing through the front. Does that make sense? So my vellum adhesive is attached underneath each of these strawberries and the leaves, and that attaches it to my card front without you being able to see it here through the front. I also added the Love You Lots banner. It's very narrow, and Hello Friend is attached with dimensionals. So what I did is position them together, flipped them over, and put dimensionals between the two. And that way I attached Hello Friend to Love You Lots, and I could attach it to the card front, all with the same dimensionals. And then notice how the petals of the blooms are all sort of bent up. They have dimension. Of course, this is going to flatten out some when you mail it in a card or in an envelope, but I love that you can maneuver these petals and give each of those little flowers some dimension. Let me know what you think about card number 1. And I believe this is card number 2. Let's see. No, wait a second. I think this is card number 2, based on my helpful hints that I have. First, I positioned this label where I wanted it to be on the vellum. And then I added adhesive to that. I added adhesive to the back of the strawberry. I could use tear and tape on the back of You Are the Best. And I just did a little glue dot here on the little floral image. And before I put this one down, I flipped my vellum piece over and added adhesive to the back of my vellum. And that way, actually it's dimensionals on the back of the vellum. But by attaching all of these things first, you can tell where to add your dimensionals so that you don't see them through the vellum on the front of the card. So that's the beauty of being able to put these things on first. Then I attach the entire vellum piece with dimensionals. Again, this card base is printed on the front and the back, so you can cut that right in half. Coordinating colors are Pool Party and definitely... oh gosh, it's my favorite, Poppy Parade. So those are a couple of things that you can do with card number 2. Then my helpful hint with card number 3 is not to forget to stamp the card base when you get started. I didn't stamp the back, but I did stamp the front just with the 2 floral images that are available to you in your kit. And I love how we stamped thank you right on top of the big strawberry. Do you love the sentiments in this font? Or the font for the sentiments. This is a photopolymer stamp set that's exclusive to the Sweeter With You kit, and so pretty, and so many images and things that you can die cut as well. So we'll get into that in a bit. And then the last card that's created, the last design, I love the little container that the strawberries are in. Do you buy them like this? I do. So I want to show you what I felt like was an easy way to add these berries to this basket, because look at this. There's a berry here in the bottom of the basket as well. Okay, so I'm going to put that right down here, and I'm going to pull in, I've got my basket, and this is going to be my strawberry that's in the bottom of my basket. So I'm going to position it first. Now, I don't want greenery hanging out the bottom. I don't want greenery hanging out the side. So I'm going to maneuver this strawberry so that I just see the red at the bottom of the basket, okay? And I'm going to hang on to that just like this, just with my fingers. And then I'm going to bring in this strawberry here and hold on to it with my fingers. And then I'm going to bring in the strawberry that's on the left. Now, I don't want it hanging off the basket like that. So I need to be sure that it's in there. So fully in the basket. I'm still hanging on to everything with my fingers. Then I'm going to position the last strawberry over here. And I'm being sure that it's in the basket too. You can drop it down a little bit. Put the greenery over the basket front if you want. Pull it up, make it taller. Up to you. But the important thing is that it looks like they are contained in the basket and nothing's hanging out the bottom. So after you get that completed, just flip it over and add dimensionals here in the spaces that will not only attach the strawberries to each other, but they will attach the strawberries to your basket as well, because this is your basket here. Okay, so if you add dimensionals here and here and here and maybe underneath where my finger is, one there and one there, you'll be able to attach this to your card front easy peasy. So that's my helpful hint for card number 4. And when I pulled in coordinating colors, I don't know if you knew this or not, but at the bottom here, it lists coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors, and that's on the back of your full color instruction sheet. I pulled in 3 of them, and I was so in love with this color combination. So this is Pool Party, Granny Apple Green, and Strawberry Slush. So there are 2 other coordinating colors, Poppy Parade and Timid Tiger. So, but I pulled these 3 first and fell in love with them. So that's how I created my first alternative card. So this card, like I said in my introduction, there are already so many alternative projects using the strawberry theme that I thought it would be beneficial to you if perhaps you're not a strawberry person, or if you have enough strawberry cards just by creating one of each of the designs, or maybe cutting this base in half, you've got an extra. But anyway, I wanted you to have a different option. So I took parts and pieces from the kit. So this piece came from the first card base. This piece is part of the envelope flap. And then the pool party stripe piece came from the underneath of card number 3. Okay? And then, much like all of your other prior kits, this label here came from card number 4, and it was an extra. So if you stamp on it, Stampin' Up! Has provided you with 1 extra at least. So I think you have 3 Hello Friend dies this time. You have 3 of the scallop circles. You have 3 of the banners here that I used on this one. So I can give you measurements if you're interested, or you can just play with measurements as well. And then I also added a little bit of our white Baker's Twine, and the white comes in a 5-pack now. So it's Baker's Twine Essentials. So there's all the primary colors there. Okay, they're not primary colors. They're our neutrals. But I just did a big floppy bow underneath that Hello Friend. And then I added one of our rhinestone jewels to the dot in the eye. Okay, so that's my first alternative, using the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder to emboss the strawberry slush piece. And then I have Pretty in Pink as my card base. Okay, so that's my first alternative project. Let me know what you think. I'm going to put it right over here. And then along the same lines is my second alternative project, still working with parts and pieces from the kit, as well as some additional cardstock. So I did a pool party card base, a Granny Apple green card front that was embossed again with that Forever Plaid. But if you look, I didn't emboss where I stamped, and you can do that by just putting a portion of your cardstock into the embossing folder. And then I live in Paducah, Kentucky, which is the quilt capital of the world. We have the National Quilt Museum here, and I love when a good little patchwork quilt idea comes in play. So just like the parts and pieces for my first alternative, I created just a little quilt square for my card front. So this one has 9 1-inch square blocks placed on a 3-inch square of basic white cardstock. And then I matted that on a 3 1/4-inch square of basic white cardstock. That is my second alternative project. Again, nothing like the strawberry theme that is predominant in the kit. And that one, I dotted my eye in Friend with an iridescent pearl, one of my favorites. And then the last card that's an alternative project uses the card base from your 4th card design, as well as the Hello Friend stamp from your stamp set. And I just paired it with our Timid Tiger color coordinating cardstock, as well as some fresh Freesia cardstock. I used the linen thread again, and this time I brought in some of our in-color dots. They are called Flat Pearls. And they come in our 5 in colors. And this one is Timid Tiger. So that is my third alternative project. And again, nothing like the strawberry theme, okay? Because I wanted you to have a different option, okay? Then now I want to share the coordinating dies with you. These are called Circle of Season dies, and they coordinate with the July, August, and September Paper Pumpkin kits. And they're available while supplies last. And I will say this set of dies has been pretty popular. There are 9 dies in this set, which is more than usual. We usually get 3 or 4. There are 9 in this coordinating set, and they are $12, same price. And that item number, if you're interested in adding these to an order, is 167,277. And I'm going to show you what they do. So I'm going to put these right here on our pretty box. And then I'm just going to bring in a piece of black cardstock with the white die cut images. So you've got the pretty circle that has stitching. You have the word hello. You have a strawberry bloom, so that can be white. You can color a little yellow center. You have a strawberry overlay that you could cut this in red and overlay it with black seeds, or I believe some of these were even maybe just a lighter pink or a yellow. Then you have the green top that even has dimension in it as well. You have an acorn top that coordinates with the strawberry, which can be an acorn apparently for the September kit. And then a beautiful oak leaf. So I'm going to put these here, and then I'm going to bring in some of the color options. So I've taken this die, actually these two. So you've got the one that just cuts out the stamped image if you want to do that. And you've got the one that adds dimension if you want that one. Then I use this die in black and this die in red. So if you overlay the two, you have your red strawberry with the black leaves, and then you can put the topper on. Not black leaves, black seeds. And you can put the topper on that. Isn't that cute? These dies are available to Paper Pumpkin subscribers. So if you're thinking, yeah, I could use those for just about anything, you do have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to purchase these dies, which is a perk of being a subscriber. And if you're not a subscriber, why not? I think Paper Pumpkin's fabulous. So you can use the same die that we use to create the strawberry to create an acorn, along with this die to create the cap of the acorn. So you can just put those two together and we have a pretty little fall image. And then the little oak leaf, I just cut that out in pumpkin pie cardstock. Isn't that cute? Okay, so those are examples of the dies that are available for Paper Pumpkin subscribers that coordinate with July, August, and September Paper Pumpkin kits this year. And that again is Circle of Season dies. And then let's talk about the next Paper Pumpkin kit. You'll have to check my Facebook and my email if you're one of my email subscribers. If you're not, drop me a comment and I'd be happy to add you to my email list. But the August Paper Pumpkin kit subscription period is through August 10th. It's called Farmhouse Florals. And this is called, or they say, send whimsical cards featuring flowers nestled in delightfully unexpected places. So I know one of the stamp sets has like a tea kettle, and the other image that I saw on a card was flowers coming out of a typewriter. So floral images nestled in delightfully unexpected places. And something else to know about the August Farmhouse Florals Paper Pumpkin kit is that it comes with a second exclusive photopolymer stamp set. So you're getting 2 stamp sets in the August Paper Pumpkin kit. In addition to that, if you are part of my email subscribers, Stampin' Up! Has announced free shipping this week, Wednesday, July 23rd, 2025 through Friday, July 25th for all orders of $75 or more. So the Paper Pumpkin refill for this kit is available. It's online and it's $13.50 to make 8 additional cards. I think that's an exceptional value. A refill means that you get all of the parts and pieces that you need to create additional projects, but you don't get the stamp set again. Or if you're a new subscriber, you wouldn't get the block with it. So that's what it means to get a refill, if you're interested in that. So that is my presentation for today using this Sweeter Than You Paper Pumpkin kit. Let me know if you are watching the replay or have watched live, if you had a favorite card or a favorite color, or if you liked one of the alternatives, or if you're sad that you didn't get this kit, because that's a possibility. Join me next month as I present the Farmhouse Florals kit toward the end of August. Thank you so much for watching.